Hello, beautiful friends. This is Crystal Rose Insights, here to do the Divine Masculine reading. And I'm recording this on February 3rd, 2018. And this is going to be for the upcoming week, beginning tomorrow, Sunday, February 4th, 2018. And even though I'm recording this now for the energies coming up for this week, this video really is timeless. So whenever you happen to watch and the messages come through, that's what's intended for you. So just a couple quick announcements before I get started. The Valentine's Day special is still going on. It's been really fun to do these for you guys. The details are going to be down in the description box below. In fact, I even did a video explaining the details of it, but basically you end up getting a, I pull in the energies of the crystals and flowers into the reading, and I create a custom remedy for you for the personal reading. So details are down below for how that special works. And yeah, let's get started. This is a general reading. Actually, before I get started, I always bring in a crystal, and this is a kunzite. I've been drawn to this stone for years, and I absolutely love the energy of this stone. This is a stone that's really helpful for connecting to the energy of divine love and also opening your heart to be able to receive that divine love. So it wants to be the one to be here for this reading today, and its energy is going to help support what we're doing. So I've already pre-shuffled, and I've called in my my guides, all the Ascended Masters, Archangels, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, to support the energies of this reading. This is a general reading because there's a lot of you watching. So as with everything, if something resonates with you, it's intended for you. And if something doesn't sit right or doesn't feel like it's accurate for you, then it's a message intended for somebody else. So if you would like a private reading, the information is going to be down below. And what else? I think that's about it. So this is going to be for the energies around the Divine Masculine this week. What's coming up for him this week? Okay, so first is his overall energy. And we get the Knight of Water. What does he want his Divine Feminine to know? Renewal. What she may be unaware of is the Nine of Earth. And those of you, if you haven't watched my videos before, I don't read reversals in this deck, unless I'm intuitively drawn to reading a reversal, but typically I don't. How does he feel about his Divine Feminine right now is the Three of Fire. How he feels about the relationship this week is the Emperor. What's currently supporting him is the King of Air. And what's his current challenge this week is the Nine of Air. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Earth. So the Page of Earth is about, there could be some really good things happening right now in the career sector for the Divine Masculine. This could be a message about something relating to work, career, finances. It could just be an energy of possibly looking to do even more in your work, Divine Masculine. There's sort of an energy possibly of restlessness, of like, hey, I want to do something that's more like I'm ready for a new challenge. So there could be something going on this week relating to that. I'm being drawn to a card here, but I'm gonna keep going because we're so this is also at the bottom of the deck, which is the Strength card. So that's a major arcana. So spiritually, there could be some things happening this week for the Divine Masculine relating to releasing judgments, having compassion for yourself, having forgiveness. That message of forgiveness is coming up a lot for the Divine Masculine. So, all right, so his overall energy this week is the Knight of Water. This is about really wanting to move forward in love. And this has been a very consistent, this was the shift that's been happening lately with the Divine Masculine in terms of actually wanting to move forward in the love relationship with his Divine Feminine. So it's also could be indications that he's feeling very emotional. He's feeling very intuitive. He's feeling really romantic this week, enthusiastic. So this is a really good card to have as his overall energy. It's almost like there's a bit of wistfulness I'm feeling, sort of like, oh, he's feeling very romantic, and that's something that's on his mind this week, because what he wants his divine feminine to know is the renewal card. So this often can be a card of marriage. This is about taking a look at what it means to be in spiritual partnership. So I feel like the divine masculine's like he's feeling romantic, he's understanding, he's connected to his emotions this week. But there's an element of that is causing him to reflect on really what the partnership is with his divine feminine, the spiritual side of it, the fact that it's not like a typical relationship, the fact that there's something far more meaningful here. And you'll see this family standing before this angel connected to the divine. And they're standing in water, which is about purification. And they're coming to this union cleansed and purified and innocent. And so I feel like he's wanting his divine feminine to know that he realizes on a soul level he's been through a bit of a purging, cleansing process, getting rid of things. He's really wanting to come into this situation with her ready for the spiritual gifts that this relationship really brings. And this is it's the Judgment card in traditional tarot, so it can be just about like it's a card of it means we've come a really long way and we've seen amazing things. It's time to like pause and review our past. So this is just asking us to move in a new direction, because it's about, you know, big decisions spiritually and emotionally. So I love that energy's coming up for the divine masculine this week. So this feels like an important week for that. So what's his divine feminine may not be aware of is the 9 of Earth. So this could be, the 9 of Earth has a few different meanings to it. It's the energy here is just about enjoying the little things in life that matter. Like the card says life's little luxuries, but it's really about coming to a phase in your cycle in your career. Because again, I'm being drawn to this career card here. So there's an energy of like there's something going on where there could be coming to the end of a phase in his financial world, his career this week. There could just be like, okay, I'm kind of ready to move on to something new. And the 9 here is reinforcing that message of potentially like maybe there's some element of self-employment, maybe there's some new things starting, maybe like the new challenge is going to be starting something new on his own. So that's some brewing energy. And again, we're going to get more messages. But how he's feeling about his divine feminine is a 3 of fire. So this is a card of abundance, and this is a card of happiness, passion, action. But it's also a card that's indicating that like there's a young girl and a young dragon here staring at in the distance at this volcano that's erupting and creating new land, new life. The lava's flowing. So things are happening. Creation is happening, but it's still a distance away. So it feels like there's a little space happening. And I think he sees the divine, like the way he's feeling this week is that he's feeling romantic. He wants this love. He's realizing that he's in this place of needing to sort of make a decision, shift into a new place, renew himself into a new phase of his life. And he sees abundance with his divine feminine, but it's you know, for some of you, this could be that it's a little bit more in the distance. Because again, this is a general reading. So some of you might be in the place where it's still a little further away, but it is very abundant in here, because how he sees the relationship here is the Emperor. So the Emperor is often, for me, the energy of the divine masculine in the deck, and it's Archangel Michael, and this is the energy of knowing that you have the ability to manifest and to be the creator of your experience, which is the element of going in the fifth dimension. That's where we connect from the heart space, and we can be instant manifestors if we want. Which is the journey of the twins, is to move out of the third dimension from the standpoint of, you know, things happen to us versus, you know, we have control over our experience and our destiny, and we're very powerful. So when he's seeing this in this position as the relationship, it's it feels to me that it's like he sees himself as the Emperor in the relationship, which he's looking at it as, this is my renewal, is because I am moving into this new way of being, which is embodying the divine masculine in the 3D, in the physical plane, is what I'm hearing. So he's connecting to the spirituality of this connection. He's feeling romantic. He sees her as abundant, the relationship abundant. And he also he ties together, like, he realizes he's moving into being more of who he's meant to be in this experience. So what's supporting him right now is the King of Air energy. And this is, sorry, I was just checking to make sure that the video is recording, and it is, so it's all good. So the King of Air is somebody who is he's strategic, he's thoughtful, he's in his headspace, he's very diplomatic, he's very professional, and this is about speaking your mind. This is about having confidence. This is also about potentially seeking out some support, professional advice, but it's also a card that is balancing emotional and mental considerations. So it's consistent. It feels like, so there's the emotional, he's feeling very emotional and very like wanting this love and feeling very light around that. But there's also the element here coming through of like practicality, real life, career, finances, how this would all work. But the fact that the King of Air is helping him this week, I feel, is bringing him more towards this Emperor energy. Because what his challenge is this week is the Nine of Air. This is the card of negative thinking. This is about expecting the worst. This is the card about self-fulfilling prophecies. And I think so there could be some things coming up this week where spiritually he's feeling, this is again why the Strength card, Strength, Renewal, and Emperor here are, because this is a week where he's like, it's almost like he's coming towards the edge of really getting that he's the divine masculine embodied in this life. But because of that, it's like, and he's feeling very romantic, but it's like he does have an air of potentially expecting the worst, just because that might be an old habit of thinking. We'll get some more cards on this. So that's something that's happening. So it's interesting that what's supporting him and what's challenging him is the same here, the air energy, which is his head space. So his heart space is good, his spirituality is good, but his head space, he's challenged with it, but there's also the energy that's helped, like the King of Air is supporting him through this Nine of Air energy. It's like he's pulling these horses forward, like look, here in this one, these horses, these unicorns, sorry, are all kind of down on the ground, worn out, defeated. They're like, whatever, it's all going to be bad. But then here it's like he's brought them all forward into victory. So isn't that interesting that like all these horses that are lying down in this picture are here charging forward, being supported by the King of Air energy this week. All right, so now I'm going to pull some energy oracle cards and get some more information on this. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have again about the energies this week for the Divine Masculine? Financial constraints. Okay, so there's that career thing happening here. So there's the energy of financial constraints, abundance. There could be some things happen, which is maybe why he's trying to look at some new things, or maybe starting to think about some form of self-employment. So there is that energy this week that's kind of pulling him out of this romantic, emotional place and into like, okay, I got to deal with real life for a second because I want to be all up here in my head and in my heart. Not in my head, but like in my heart space. But real life is happening here. I feel that really strongly with the earth energies coming through. So there's some element of reality this week, which is probably why this 3 of Fire energy is here too, which is like romantic, abundance, I see you, 3 of Fire, we're having good things happen, making long-term plans together, but in the meantime, I got to take care of business, is what I'm feeling for this week. There's something coming up. And then the Door to Value just flew out in the reverse. The Door to Value, this is about abundance and things coming. It could be financial abundance, happiness, joy, contentment, peace, but it came in the reverse again. So I feel like that came out for the Divine Masculine right there. And so here's what's interesting. It's a 13 and it's a 31. There's some consistencies in the energies there. And so, yeah, so when this Door to Value card is reversed, this is potentially closing the door to something in the past and a new opportunity with money and career. And it's telling you not to put all his eggs in one basket, but ultimately that there is so it could be delayed, like this new, getting this worked out can still be a little bit delayed, but it's okay because there could be other sources of income. So maybe there's, yeah, I mean, finances are a big message this week for the Divine Masculine career. Okay, let's get into what does the Divine Feminine need to know about all this right now? What's a message for the Divine Feminine, please, about her energy right now? Action. So she's wanting to move forward in action. She's taking action in her life too when it comes to her own stuff. So the Divine Feminine this week can support her Divine Masculine by sending him like teamwork, partnership energy through the heart space. This doesn't mean like communicating with him necessarily in physically if you're out of touch, but this just means when I see these two horses together, this feels like Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, shadow side, dark side, light side, all that, yin yang. And the taking action card, it feels like she's noticing and supporting the actions that he's taking. And I think she feels it. Sorry, I just had a whole bunch of cards fall out as I was saying that. So interesting. We'll get more cards too. But all right, 3 cards on the energies between. How's the Divine Masculine feeling about the energies between him and his Divine Feminine this week? What are 3 cards, please? And we get the 7th chakra, the thinking woman, and yin yang. Okay, so he's the energy coming through here regarding the energies between them this week is he's definitely connecting. Here's that spirituality card, 7th chakra, coming up. He sees the spirituality around this relationship right now. He gets it. Like he's feeling that there's that divinity in the relationship. And the yin yang is a 22 card twin flame number, of course, but it's in the reverse. So this is this feels like there's a little bit of an imbalance in the giving and receiving right now. And a little out of balance, masculine, feminine. And the thinking woman card is, you know, she's she's somebody who, she has her wisdom. She knows she's sharing that wisdom with others. She's a bit like a teacher energy, but it's coming up in the reverse. So what this means is that it's a little bit about, there's an energy of like confusion about your purpose in your life, and this is about, there could be an energy this week of some woman around him who's being a little bit misleading and misinformation. So it's saying like, and this could be like friend, family member, karmic partner. This is just saying to listen to the intuition, your intuition on what's happening. And so the yin yang in the reverse as well. This is about being like, this is the emperor, this is the king of air, being logical, taking action, moving forward, being diplomatic. And there's often like new beginnings and creativity happening here. So when it's reversed, it's the yang energy, which is like outgoing, active, logical action. So this is, when it's in the upright, it's about receptivity, because that's the yin. But this is more about an action week. So there's energy happening towards this action, which again, we're getting consistently here. All right, so now let's get into, I'm going to pull some Psychic Tarot of the Heart and get even a little bit more messages on these messages. A bit more details on this scenario. Energies for the Divine Masculine this week on this financial door to value. What other message do you have regarding this, please, Spirit? Joy and stability. So this is, I love this card so much. I just get drawn into it. This to me feels like it's all, like all of this financial concern, career expansion, new opportunities is all leading towards, it's all happening to bring him towards his divine relationship. It's all happening to bring him the joy and stability that he's wanting with this Knight of Water, so that he can be the Emperor. So this is all part of the divine plan to bring him to this joy and stability. Because again, it's the 4 energy. But there is an element of joy here. And here's what I'm just noticing. You see these 2 cards? Look at the colors. It's like the same colors. Both, it's the purple and the yellow. So the purple is the connection to the divine. The yellow is joy, happiness. And I just, these 2 cards feel so similar to me, just even from the colors. Because that's what he wants his divine feminine to know. So again, the same message of what he wants his divine feminine to know is coming through here as well. So spirit, his spirit is wanting you to know divine feminine that are watching this, if you're cross-watching, which I know many of you do. It's all here. Okay, I'm going to pull another card on this action. What's a message right now, Spirit, on this action card relating to the divine feminine? Simply love. So this is just about loving everything around you right now, expressing love towards things around you. This is about sharing the love energy, because the more that you can share the love energy, the more it's going to be felt by everyone around you as well as your divine masculine. So send him love energy this week as he's dealing with some of this financial stuff. Like, help light up his heart space, because the joy and stability is here. All right, now I want to pull 3 more cards on the energies of like what other messages you have. Okay, here we go. This just flipped out. Major Arcana, the Heal card. And so this is the Star. Actually, one second. I have to check this book. Like I say this all the time, but I just want to make sure it's not the Star. So I'm going to pull the other two and then we'll get the whole thing. So two more on how he's feeling about the energies of the union this week. What's coming up for the Divine Masculine relating to that? And we get open up. And confront. So another major arcana. So it's interesting the star energy is here because it's basically sharing that. I love that it's called heal in this deck. So it's got a bit of a different energy. So this is really about making like wishes coming true, dreams coming true, having everything that you want. The star is guiding you. But in order to have all that you want, you need to break free from the chains that have held you back. And that's what the Divine Masculine's been doing. Because again, we're getting the renewal card here. He's renewing himself. He's moving into a new phase, and he is breaking free from these old patterns, old belief systems, old relationships or ways of being in relationship. And he is opening up to spirituality. And she's connecting to the divine and also to the earth. And it's interesting because traditionally, obviously, the first chakra down here is red and the crown chakra is up above. But in this card, it's like the energy of the spirituality is rising from underneath. And then it's like it's blending the masculine, feminine. It's blending it's the energies of the divine are supporting the stability of the first chakra here. And then the rooted, like the grounded energy of the first chakra is supporting the spirituality. So it's like bringing things into balance, and it is about opening up to the energies of the divine. Because then we're also getting the confront card. This is the moon card in traditional tarot. So this is about intuition, feminine energy. This is also about sometimes looking at things about yourself that you need to finally break free from. You know, and by doing that, and so sometimes it's like what's hidden, something that you may not be aware of, could be what's going on in your unconscious. But I'm feeling like this week there's definitely a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough happening on the spiritual side to help him really open up. Maybe there's going to be some experience that happens, some synchronicity or some intuitive hit that he gets this week where he's like, whoa, how did I know that? Or something like that, where I feel like there's going to be some sort of spiritual breakthrough this week relating to the relationship. Yeah, that's what I'm definitely feeling. All right, I'm going to pull some romance angel cards. Hey, romance angels, what's the one message for the Divine Masculine right now? What's a message regarding his energy this week, please? Worth waiting for. The divine timing is at work in your love life. Yes, that is the message that has come through very clearly, that the divine timing is an important piece, which is why he's going through this stuff. So everything is unfolding as it needs to, and what you're wanting is really going through all this renewal, this breakthrough, this spiritual connection, this confronting your unconscious fears, things that have like held you back, is all going to be worth going through because of what's coming on the other end of it. So what's a card relating to this for Divine Feminine, please? It's a message for her. Trust. This is calling on you to have faith. I can't tell you how often that card comes up for the Divine Feminine. And 3 cards on the energies between them this week for how the Divine Masculine is feeling towards his Divine Feminine this week. 3 cards, please. And we get free yourself. This could be the one. And let your friends help you. So here's this energy of letting your friends help you. So for yourself, he's realizing that he's breaking free right here. And this is about taking back control of his life. So it feels like it's like he's realized that he wants this with his divine feminine, and he's really taking action this week to start breaking free from this, to start moving forward, to get out of the things that have held him back. Because he knows that this could be the one. He knows this. He's feeling this from his divine feminine. I feel like this is coming much more into the physical plane. It's like there's starting to be like a breaking down of the veil in between the third dimension and fifth dimension, like head space and heart space. And that let your friends help you, asking for support and help from others as you're going through this. So we know often the masculine may not necessarily like to lean on friends and all that, but you know, it could just be spending time with friends. It could just be spending time with them to enjoy these small life's little luxuries. You know, enjoy the laughter you have, sharing a joke, like whatever it is, the small things that matter, relationships. Because I feel like your friends may help you see how you've kept yourself contained, but you know, it also could mean that it's important to seek out some friends who get this spiritual journey. Because a lot of the friends have been a bit of a challenge, I feel like, for the divine masculine, like because they don't understand what he's been going through. So this is about seeking out friends that get it, and there's maybe like only one that might get it, one or two, not like a whole group of people. And maybe that's the asking for support, even if it's like watching videos on YouTube, getting a reading, whatever that is, because, you know, seeking support from others this week. Okay, Michael, what's your advice for the divine masculine this week? What's your best advice for him? Eternal love. So the eternal love is here. This is why this Knight of Water, Michael's just wanting him to know that this eternal love of the twins is here. And so this is about feeling safe, receiving, expressing, and giving love. Because he wants to give it. He wants to. Knight of Water, wants to move forward with an offer of love. Because it's the eternal love of this could be the one. And I'm going to pull a spirit animal card. Spirit animals, what's the best message for divine masculine this week? What's your message for him? Spider. That just jumped out, actually, like spiders do. Trust the creative spark that you're feeling. Express it through writing, stories that inspire and enlighten. So this comes back to, again, this career thing. There's something happening where there's like an entrepreneurship energy, creativity, doing something new, starting a new project, starting something that's going to be fun for you. Could potentially be like a new career or a new career path. And I'm going to read from the book on what the spider message is. It says, the pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, triggering a not unfamiliar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. Whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imaginations of your fertile mind. You know, pour out the words that come. Don't ponder each sentence. So this is about, like, connecting with people about your story and having an inspiring story. It says, in attempting to write, you might find yourself easily distracted, and either with others' needs for your time and attention, or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgments and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. A powerful way to release those habitual self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in story form. It's cathartic. So there is some element of something going on with the divine masculine right now that is going to be something that could potentially be an inspiring story. It's like something's going on that it's a story that he'll be able to tell later, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like it's about this stability, career, maybe even this journey towards his divine feminine. There's something here that, you know, that is happening this week that's causing him to like realize that he has this power, like what I was talking about before. Interesting. All right, so that is the reading for this week for the Divine Masculine. Please do let me know if you want a private reading. All the information is going to be down below. So this week is going to be a very interesting week. I'd love to hear how this reading resonates for you guys, and if there's something that came through specifically for you, because I feel like this is a very interesting reading for the energies around the Divine Masculine this week. All right, guys, until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.